and welcome to our next episode of the East Kentucky Works podcast. I'm your host, Jen Breeze.
And I'm Jaeclinn Kaiser. And Jen, we're in person today.
What?
I know. This is kind of crazy.
Yeah, this is like a historic moment. We're on episode
17.
but this is the first time we've ever been together in person for an episode.
Kind of iconic, if you ask me.
Yes, it's been fun.
It's so much fun.
We've been getting in all kinds of trouble here at the Kentucky Career Center.
Yeah, it's super cool for them to let us come here and, use our space to be able to meet, have a meeting, and do this podcast with all of our contractors. So that was super cool.
So which contractor are we at right now?
We are at Gateway in West Liberty.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty cool because we do have a network of Kentucky Career Centers in just about every single county. Is it all counties?
Yeah.
All 23?
All 23.
So, no matter where you live in the Eastern Kentucky area, you've got a Kentucky Career Center where you can come and get help getting a job, or if you're an employer, you would get some help with getting employees and all that stuff. I feel like we've just talked about this a million times.
Yeah.
So let's just talk about how have things been going for you. What's new? What's shaking?
Good. Busy. Easter's this weekend, so excited for that. I just took a job as a assistant cheer coach at the high school, so I'm super excited for that. So much is going on. Busy season for sure. How about you?
Yeah. Definitely excited for Easter. My kids are 9 and 11, and we're still going to be rocking the baskets and all that stuff, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. This is Fields' first Easter, so it's exciting.
We got a lot of great things to talk about. This is obviously, we're kind of out of our element because we're usually in our own private offices with the headphones and staring at a computer instead of like looking at each other in the eyes.
Yeah, face to face, which is crazy.
Yeah. So, goodness, we've had a lot of really exciting things going on. One of the big things I wanted to talk about, because I don't think we've had a chance to, it wasn't all the contracts weren't signed and everything yet, but our executive director, Rebecca Miller, she won the recent election to have a seat on the board of directors at the NAWDP, which is the, I'll probably mess this up, National Association for Workforce Development Professionals.
Pretty sure you got it. You aced it.
Hey. She's representing Region 3, which is a whole slew of stakes. And so thank you for anybody that supported her on that endeavor. And she's going to represent us so well. We're really excited for her.
Yeah, that's super exciting. Another huge thing we've got is Prosper Appalachia. Our in-school youth is on fire lately. We've had so much good stuff, so many success stories, just so much happening in that area.
Because the Prosper Appalachia, like it was... we're building it from the ground up. And so we, just getting in the schools was exciting. And then it was like getting the students through the interest inventories and the assessments and helping them just kind of figure out a plan was a win. And now like they're hitting the ground running.
They're actually going to their work experiences. And I mean, in so many different fields, we have newspaper, PTs, linemen, CDL stuff, everything. So
construction, cosmetology, like the whole gamut. And so if you check out our social media, like our Facebook page, you'll just see all kinds of...
We're at least sharing one a day. There's so much happening. Yeah. One, maybe two, if we see more.
They're getting their scrubs, they're getting their boots, they're getting their stethoscopes, they're like any equipment that these students need. We're putting that in their hands, brand new attire and equipment that they would need to be successful in their job, and then they're out in the workplace.
Yeah, that's really cool that they're getting to do that. I know we talk about that all the time, and this is something that we wish we had, but it really is. And the more that we work on it and get to, help out these students with what they're wanting to do, you just wish you had it more and more. And I'm so thankful that these students do.
For sure. So, make sure you check that out online. Like, go cheer those students on and let them know how proud you are, because we're really proud. Everybody has worked hard. The advisors and the employers and the students, they're all really collaborating to make sure that these students are leaving with work experience on their resume and a confident plan on what they're going to do with their lives. And
how can you ask for anything better?
another thing I wanted to talk about was like how excited I am for next week's recording session. We're going to be back in our
usual, which
private
this is kind of cool. I
offices.
do like it now. I was having a little freak out in the beginning, but I'm feeling a little bit better now. I don't know. Being in person is a little intimidating. There's a lot of cameras everywhere. Usually I just have my computer and I'm just looking at it. No stress right now. A little stress, but we're doing good. And there's a huge wasp in here. I'm sure it hasn't flown by yet, but it's literally over my head.
Oh, yeah. If that wasper comes, we'll have some good B-roll.
Yeah, for sure. But we have 2 people that we are recording with next week. We have Adam Bowman, who is a jockey, and that's going to be super exciting. He went through KCOC, and I'm just super excited to hear about his story.
Like not just a jockey, like super successful, like $1 million like coming in his career. Like he's doing amazing.
He's really a jockey.
Yeah.
It's really good.
This is going to be a success story you will definitely not want to miss.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't wait myself. I'm excited to meet him.
I know. I'm excited to just pick his brain and like figure out how he even got started in that field. Like how did KCOC help him like figure that out? That's going to be super cool too. Because I feel like we
not the typical path that we put people on, but we can always...
Anything's possible. Whatever you want to do, we can help out with. That's for sure.
Yeah. And we also have another amazing guest. We have Dylon Baker from ARH that's going to come, and he's going to talk to us, from the employer's side, what it's like to have the support of our Kentucky Career Centers on his side. And he's got some amazing stories. He's actually another success story of ours because he started off as a client in our WIO program. And now he's on the other end of the table hiring people with us. And so that's going to be an amazing episode also.
For sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was an in-school youth client. So that's even cooler because we've been talking about that so much lately with our Prosper Appalachia program. Okay, so another episode that's coming up that I think is going to be really good is we're going to deep dive into Teleworks, which is our like remote work from home branch of EKCEP. And so we're going to just dive into all the possibilities that are out there for people who want to work remotely. Things really changed during the pandemic. Yeah, I think, and I think now that we are not in a pandemic, people do not think that there are remote jobs. The employers are still wanting remote workers, and job seekers are still looking for definitely remote wanting jobs, that flexibility of being able to work from home. Yeah. So if the pandemic did anything, it definitely showed us that is doable. Yeah, it is. And you and I are kind of an example of that. We work remotely most of the time, and I love it. Yeah, I like it too. It's nice. So there's a lot of benefits from working from home. You don't have the commute. Yeah, which is nice. Yeah, so that getting to the office does not take very long. Literally, you walk down the hall and you're there. You start a pot of coffee and then you hit your laptop and open it, and there you go. You're working. Yeah, not having to, go out to eat every day to get lunch, pack lunch. You're in the comfort of your home. You can make lunch at home, which is nice, especially for our picky eaters. Yeah. And so really, like, whatever your income is, you're saving so much money by not having to pay for gas and by not having to eat lunch and pack lunches and all that stuff. Not having to drive everywhere. That's so nice. Yeah. Childcare you still have to figure out because most employers are not going to want like children in your office. So that's something you have to figure out, but it gives you flexibility. Yeah. To, get your child to a daycare or to a babysitter and things like that. And for sure. Yeah. Or if you have older kids, there's things you can do. I love it. I love it. I like it a lot. It takes a little bit of there are downsides to that. I think like you can get lonely as a remote worker, so you've got to be proactive about balancing your life out and having other things that you do. Like I love that you're cheer coach. That's going to be a whole bunch of... I'm super excited. I have a huge cheer background. And it's just nice to get out of the house. We do spend a lot of time in the house. Like you said, it can get lonely. And the only time you really see people besides your family is through a screen on Zoom or Google Meet or whatever you're getting on. So being able to have other things to get out of the house, it is super important. Yeah.
I have made it a point also just to like get sunshine. So like when my lunch hour starts,
Oh, yeah.
I go walk
Right.
like
Now
laps
that it's
around my
getting
property.
warmer, I go outside and eat my lunch for sure.
Yeah. We have another episode that I was excited about. I don't know if I've even told you yet. So we're gonna have Dottie and a couple folks from the University of the Cumberlands.
That'll be fun.
Yes, because they've been an amazing partner, and we've developed like customized programs that just are for EKCEP WEO clients. And there's a customer service program, there's a financial literacy program, and there's more being developed as we speak. And so it's going to be really cool to have them on pretty soon too.
Yeah, and those are super cool programs because they're free of cost, and you get a certification at the end of them. So that's important too.
It is. And, you know, while we're talking about all these episodes that we're really excited about that are coming up, I wanted to take a minute and just ask our listeners to let us know what do you guys want to hear about? Because, you know, we want this to be an exciting thing that you tune into every week. And so if you have ideas or questions or myths that you've heard, or, you know, things that you would love us to be a deep dive in, or if you're a client of ours or a partner, like send us an email at EKCEP@EKCEP.org. So EKCEP at EKCEP.org. And just let us know. Just like put podcast in the title or something and let us know what you want to hear about. And we definitely would love to have input and your ideas, because we're doing this for you.
Yeah. And especially when we don't have guests, like it kind of gets hard to figure out stuff for just me and you to talk about, because we've kind of talked about majority of what we have to talk about. So having questions, having us answer those, debunking myths and truths and what goes on actually would be super cool to get insight from you guys, our listeners, and to be able to help y'all out with that. I think a myth that people always are like, it's going to take way too long to do this. I don't want to sign up because it's a long process. What we've heard and found out from a lot of our contractors, it literally could take like 15 minutes. You do one assessment, 2 maybe, and then you're home free. They help you get started right away.
Yeah.
Another myth is that we don't help pay for anything, and most of the time we cover majority of costs. Or we only pay for your shoes, but we won't help you with a gas card. Those are some things I've heard for sure.
Or just people, feeling like this is too good to be true. What's the catch?
And there is none. There's literally
none. Oh. Yeah, it's free help.
Which I can understand why people are skeptical, but it sounds too good to be true. But why wouldn't you?
Yep.
We also have a newsletter. This is Jen's baby. She really takes care of this thing. So get signed up for that. We have it on our website. EKCEP.org is where the newsletter sign up is. And you can go to the little search bar, search up newsletter. It'll be right there. You can sign up immediately.
Yeah. But yeah. Super easy. And then you'll just get, we're not going to bombard your inbox.
Yeah, we're not going to annoy you. It's once a month.
Yeah. Or if there's something really cool that we think would be of super value for you to know immediately, then there may be an occasional extra email in there. But yeah, we try to make it something that is useful and just a roundup of the latest information or the most exciting upcoming events that are happening, so that you have everything in one place. And I think it's a great newsletter, and I think everybody should sign up.
You're doing great, Jen.
Thanks. I got a team that helps me with it. I do.
We're great too, Jen.
Yes, you are great.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, so one thing that is going to be in that newsletter coming up is we've got a survey coming along, and so be on the lookout for that. We'll have it in the newsletter and socials and some other places, but we want to hear from you. We want to know, what your thoughts are about EKCEP and ways that we can improve what we're doing so that we can get this kind of help into more families and more homes and more communities. And, we're here to help. So it would mean a lot to us if you fill out that survey when it comes along. And what else do we have?
I think that's it. First in-person pod completed. How do you feel?
Phew, that was a little, that was
Nerve-wracking.
Mm-hmm.
Me being a little dramatic at the beginning, it got to you, didn't it?
You worked me up.
Yeah, sorry about that. Well, guys, that is all we have for you today. But if you're looking for a job, want to advance your career, or if you are a business leader looking for skilled workers, EKCEP is here for you. You can find more information about EKCEP and all of our services at ekcep.org, or visit your local Kentucky Career Center, and you'll find the links to everything we mentioned today in the show notes. Other than that, have a great day, Eastern Kentucky, and let's get to work. We'll see you on the next pod.